gonna show you some exercises that you probably won't know specifically for liberos. I think most people think of squats, deadlifts, and those exercises, which are really good for overall athletic development, but these power and strength and speed exercises are gonna be specific for libero development. The first one is an ATG split squat, and it's reinforcing being strong and stable in those end ranges of motion. And then we're gonna make sure our feet are hip width apart, so we don't wanna stay on the line. Okay, about a couple feet front and back. And my goal now is to slide my knee forward as I keep my chest up as far as I can. And it's okay if your heel lifts up, but try to touch the back of your thigh to your calf. Okay, and then push through your big toe. Good. You should feel a really sharp burning sensation in your lower quad. Okay, and you feel that stretch in your left groin, and then now stay upright and push through the ball of your foot, push back and up. Okay. So go and do a couple. Let me look at your form. Good.
Ball of the feet.
And then push it up. Nice. So you see how that's activated right there. All right, let's go switch legs.
Right here?
And make sure both feet are pointing forward. Good. All right. So getting nice flexion of the ankle here. I'm going to try to touch there if we can. And then we're pushing up. Yeah, and you're going to feel that groin firing too.
Oh yeah. Definitely as a libero, I need to work on my balance. For liberos out there, make sure you have good balance on my face.
Balance in low positions. Nice. Okay, let's try to load it a little bit. So we got some weights here. It's the same thing. We want to stay upright. So then with the other leg, a couple feet apart, upright chest, knee forward, and don't let your rear knee touch the ground until you feel that stretch in both, and then push through the ball of your foot here. Okay? Try that. Try to shift your weight forward a little more. Yeah, so you see how that's loading the knee? Yeah. Good, and we're pushing through. Nice. And you see how shaky the knee is, that's what we want. Our goal is not to be good at exercises, our goal is to find exercises that challenge the body.
How long should I hold down there?
Just 1 second. So 2 seconds down, hold 1 to 2 until you get your balance, and then push through, and then try to keep your chest a little more upright. Yeah, there you go. Nice, push through the ball of the foot. Good, nice job. Cool.
That felt good.
Yeah.
For me, it was working on more explosive movements rather than focused movements. And I think there have been times where I got injured at times, or I mean, sometimes hitting, sometimes playing libero. A lot more time hitting than libero, but definitely do a more focused move. I know that focus on a certain group, get more strength.
Yeah.
For me, it was more explosive, so maybe I didn't have that balance, because I always struggle with stuff with my. This is different, but I always struggle with stuff with my left knee.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I do a lot of power stuff.
Yeah.
So it's powerful, but maybe not the strongest down there. So.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think a lot of athletes, one, those are just more fun, right? To do dynamic stuff, and you feel the immediate benefit. But what happens if we don't have strength to maintain our body, it's like a car that doesn't change the axles or the wheels over time. You can rev the engine over and over again, but if you're not changing the oil, if you don't have strong parts, the force that goes through the body is just gonna break somewhere. So that's why. And then also strength amplifies the power. Becoming stronger in these movements will actually make you even more explosive, because now your foundation is bigger.
Right, absolutely.
So now we're gonna do a lateral version. So we're gonna hold the dumbbell opposite in one hand, and we're gonna add some speed, which is what Gage was talking about for being a little more explosive. But the nice thing about this exercise is that it also helps you focus on the decelerating aspect of libero. If I'm spiking, it's actually all about accelerating through my approach, right? We want to be explosive through. If you think about liberos, it's all about decelerating quickly. Boom, 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 stabilize. Boom, 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 stabilize, right? They don't want to blow past the ball. And so this is one way to help stabilize, but also be explosive if you have to push. So I'm going to lunge on my right leg. I'm going to hold it with my left arm. So land, drop, and see how my knee is forward. Not to say this is a bad position, but for this particularly, to make sure we activate more muscles around our hip, your hip, knee is going to be forward as low as you can, opposite, and then push, balance. Okay, let me give it a shot. Yeah. Holding left.
From here.
Good. Good. One more. Nice, you got it. Perfect. Yeah. And as you load that, it'll become more challenging and so on.
2 questions on that. How many for both those exercises? And let's say someone were to go into the gym and do this. How many times should they be doing that, like repetition wise?
Yeah, it depends on what part of the season you are.
Okay.
If you're early in the season, maybe your season's just starting, everything is slow, medium weight, meaning higher volume, but you want to build better tissue tolerance, meaning the best way to make sure your tendons and muscles can handle a lot of impact is with medium to medium heavy weight for lots of reps and slow motion. As you get towards mid-season, you want to build up the strength. So then we go heavier, but lower reps, like 3 to 5. Okay. As you get towards postseason, you don't want to load your body because it's getting enough, like you're already fatigued from 7 to 8 months of season. Then you go medium weight and high speed for like 6 to 10 reps, for example. Okay. So that's what we do to prime my clients for their postseason workout. Gotcha. Let's go for another one. And the split step is probably the biggest fad in volleyball, but it's not just a fad, it's actually a highly functional movement. This isn't meant to mimic the split step. I know a lot of times as trainers, we're tempted to just take a volleyball exercise and put a weight on it. That's not really athletic performance. The goal is how can we make our feet more reactive, meaning when I get to a position, can I change direction from there? And so this is one way to really load all 3 main muscle groups for moving, which is calf, quad, and glute, okay? So once I'm here, I'm gonna start in a split stance. I'm gonna drop. So I'm decelerating at the bottom, and it's about rhythm and a little bit of rotation. Okay, so here's a way we can do it slowly. We'll do it together. You can use that one. Have you seen this before?
I've never seen like the grab thing. Like
okay. And this is fun because it requires timing, athleticism, and it's just a fun movement to do. So we'll start with our left leg, okay? Make sure your feet are hip width apart. We're gonna drop into a lunge as our starting position, and then stand up into a quarter squat. Okay. And then when I switch, I'm gonna drop into the other lunge. Good. And then switch and grab, good. Good. And then as you get more comfortable, you're gonna pause short amount of time. Yeah, there you go. 2 more, 3, 2, 1, good, and relax. Whew. Now the key for this one is we don't wanna go too long. When we go too long in a lunge, we don't use enough quadriceps, we use all hamstring, glute, and groin. We wanna be a little bit narrower than 90 degrees. So you see how my quad's already flexing from here? Right. So it gets all major muscle groups. Let's try another round. Okay. And instead of going a long lunge, just go a little shorter lunge. All right, good.
So here.
Yeah, that's good. So knee forward, think about knee forward. There you go. And on the ball of your feet, so your heels are not going to touch the ground in this exercise. Nice. All right, nice job. That's good. Good work.
How was it?
That was great.
Okay, good.
So Gage did a great job of staying on the balls of his feet to activate the Achilles tendon for that spring effect. And as you get more advanced, you can actually get a little bit of rotation to work, because contralateral movements are really important for sports. I open one way, the body opens up the other way. All right, now we'll go over one more exercise for the explosive part. All right, last one is gonna be just pure power, and we talk a lot about lateral explosiveness. Liberos mainly are gonna chew the depth. Like when you scout servers, maybe you know like they're a deep server, they're a midline server, they're a short server. So you have to predetermine the depth generally, but most of the movement that we get aced on is in the seams, right? Yeah. Forward and backwards, you get hit in the chest, ball still goes up. I dive, ball still goes up, but beats me to the side is either shanking or I'm just not getting it, or we kind of run to our partner. So this is a great drill for lateral explosiveness. This one requires a wall or a very athletic partner, like my training partner Kai here. You can stand a little bit closer, just in front of that mat, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna explode on my right. Now, this is applications for vertical jump and for libero training. So if I'm working on, and we'll do this later with Joe, for the close step of my jump set, we wanna stay in a higher position. But for liberos, they're not exploding from this position. They're exploding from here. So I'm gonna start in my defensive posture. I'm going to laterally bound and then push and rotate. Okay, and he's gonna toss it back. So one more time, so start in my libero position. And throw as hard as you can. Okay, you only wanna do 10, 15, 20 pounds max if you're a really big guy. But it's more about the speed and the reversal of the movement than it is about slow and muscly. Okay, thanks guy. So I'll have you catch for gauge again.
Bring in the heat. It's going right here. So we are.
Nice. Good, and try not to drag your right leg. You want to go completely rotate.
Okay.
Good.
Like that?
And then finish across your body.
2 more.
Yeah. Yes, good. Okay, and then one element you can also add is as I'm going here, you can kind of get a little bit of rotation to kind of get just involved upper body a little bit more. Boom, good. You should feel it lower the leg a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Nice catch, man.
Good. All right, that's good. That's
Perfect. Oh, thank you, coach.
Yeah.
This was awesome. Thank you so much. So most of these, never heard from in my life. I can tell you right now, I feel 10 times better. Because like I said, I had some knee aggravation stuff and started doing some of those duck walks, and I was like, I don't know if I can keep up with that. But then all of a sudden, everything feels a lot better. So we hope to see you in the next one.